Tell us about having two passions that equally stand out and how you strike a balance. Enlighten more on the lie that you can't do both, or you can't have both passions.
I think it is a lie that you can't have more than one passion. Because we've had people who have done so many things. You've had in the entertainment industry, they call them, I think, a triple threat or something. They can sing, they can dance, they can act, like Sanyu. So many things in one person. I think it's all about, yes, one, passion. Two is, of course, hard work. Because lots of people will say, kastoko la choya gara, that's all. But I think there is more to it. There are many disciplines that come together with passion. So it's passion first, then there is hard work, there's commitment, there's showing up and doing everything that you can to ensure that both work out. Yes, Joe.
Having gone through the current education system in Uganda, what challenges do you think students with passions and dreams in areas that are not considered mainstream careers face?
I think that the answer to that, like what challenges students who are not in the mainstream professions face, it comes back to mindsets. Mindsets of teachers, mindsets of parents, mindsets of the students themselves. Yeah? Because the biggest challenge that they'll face is people don't understand. People don't understand those things that people want to do that are outside the norm that has been set for them. Because like, I have a child. Being a parent, people would expect me to put her in kindergarten, put her in primary, O-level, A-level, university, because that's what I did. That's what a lot of people did, you get. But if I understand, and I am a big believer in this concept of passion-driven learning, if I understand that, then my kid can't face the same challenge, because I'm a believer in passion-driven learning. So I'm definitely going to put her in a direction that allows her to pursue the things that she is passionate about. So students as well. I was a student once. I loved music very much, but the platform wasn't there, which comes back to what I was telling you. It has to be passion and the drive to go after it. So the challenge right now that we have is that most people, even teachers, consider people, for example, who want to follow music. Babaita badongo, nange babimpitako. I was in S3. I was late for a math class, and I knocked on the classroom door, and the teacher in front of everybody said, omudongo yuyo era zereti gotoina chomanyi kujja kochi kujja ko budongo. So that's a mindset that he has, and that's challenge number one. You get that people who would want to follow another path are kind of locked into a box, and they tell you have to fit in it, and that if you don't fit in it, then you're not good enough, or if you don't fit in it, then you're not going to make it. If you don't fit in it, you won't become anything else. But it's a lie. So that's challenge number one, is that we are forced to fit in a box, and that if you don't fit in it, then you don't count.
Being a mother, tell us a bit about how passion-driven learning works in a home and family setting.
I think that it starts there. It starts. Okay, so passion-driven learning, fitting that concept in a home as a parent, right? Like I said before, I have a baby girl. She's a year and a half, but even right now, I can see that there are certain things that she's interested in. You get things like football. When you tell her, oh, let's go play, she has so many toys, but I always notice she'll go for the ball. When you're outside kicking it with her Auntie Joanna, you see that she's very excited. So already I know that probably sports is something that she would want to venture into. When you give her a gadget, a phone, a camera, whatever it is, you see on her face that she's very focused. So as a parent, I need to be very, very sharp to study my child from when they're little, so that by the time she's 5, I already know that Maria is interested in A, B, C, and D. And it is those areas that I will hopefully try and guide her, because like the interviewee before said, because of her past experiences, she wanted to do different for her children. So same thing, I've been through the system, and I will not allow my child to go through the same system and then wake up 29 years later, and then you realize, oh my God, this is not what I should be doing. I should be doing this, but time has already gone, time that you cannot redeem. So in our home setting, parents, and myself being a mother, I'm definitely looking out for where will my daughter go? What is she interested in? How can I get myself involved in the things that she is interested in, so that she knows that at the end of the day, I have my mother in my corner, I have my father in my corner, and that is the first support system that every child needs. If you don't get the support from your parents, then where will you get it from? So if you have your parents who are cheering you on and saying, yeah, Maria, you can do it, and they're not cheering because you're doing something that they want, but they're cheering you on because you're doing something that you want and they want that for you.
What would be your ideal education system for Ugandans in order to position them for the fast-paced 21st century work demands?
Okay, first of all, I think we are doing very, very badly, in the sense that out there we see it on TV, we see it in movies, we see it in sitcoms, and these are things that happen in those other countries that I think the people in authority have recognized that if you let people kind of like pursue what they want, then you have a country that has so many, if I can call it variety, you have so many different things coming from so many different people. That is where the world is heading, Things keep changing. Like Michael Ouma said, today it's one thing, tomorrow it's another thing, and you have to keep evolving to fit within the trends that the world is taking. So right now, the education system of Uganda, I don't think it facilitates that at all. Maybe it does, like at a school level, that out of 10 schools, you'll find maybe 2 schools that are actually letting students like go down the path of passion-driven learning. But the bigger percentage of the schools is not doing that at all. So you find you have students who graduate, but they've graduated, but the marks that they have are maybe not even theirs. You have someone at the end of the day who is seated behind a desk, who is prescribing maybe drugs or medicine, but is not qualified to do so. Or who is counseling someone, but they are qualified in terms of paper, but the things that are coming, their actions do not qualify them. I don't know if that makes sense. You get it? But if, for example, I had gone to school, I was lucky enough to study something that I was passionate about, which is the law. Those are 5 years. Your parents pay tuition for 5 years. You spend money on materials for 5 years. That's a lot of money to go to school and study something that you're not passionate about. Because when you come out, it becomes a loss. But if I have gone to school for whatever number of years, but I am studying something that I am passionate about, something that is close to my heart, when those 5 years end and then I graduate and I come out, if I look for a job and that job fails to come, it is not a hindrance. The unavailability of the job is not telling me that, okay, this is it, stop, or no. If I am passionate about something and I look for a job and that official job has failed, because of the passion and the drive that I have for that thing, if it means I go out and make it happen and create the job, because I am passionate about it, I will go out and make it happen. That's the difference between a person who studies something that they're passionate about and something that they're not. I study for 5 years, come out, look for a job, it fails, I also sit and do it and fold my hands. Oh, why aren't you working? But someone said something very wise today, that we should go to school to study, not to get jobs, but to create jobs. And people who create jobs are people who have founded things that are dear to them. If it's a company about filming, if it's a company about photography, whoever started it, the head of the vision, that is their thing. It is their child, and they will do whatever it is to make it work. But if you're not passionate about it, the first time, what do? You leave it and move on to something else. So if the education system of Uganda whatever steps it is that they need to make to produce people and citizens who are passionate about the different things they do in whatever sector it is, then you find that the economy runs smoothly. Because when you study something that you're passionate about, I spoke about it, instead of looking for a job, you're looking for ways to create jobs for other people. So you find that this concept, it goes beyond the surface, it goes deep. It solves things like unemployment, things like high crime rate. Why? Because all those things come about because the jobs are not there. If someone hasn't given me a job, I also sit and wait till it finds me. But if I'm passionate about sports, about cooking, about filming, photography, come rain or shine, I will make it. I will make it work somehow, somewhere. Why? Because chindi muno mutima, I will make it happen. So that is something that the education system of Uganda needs to create. Yeah.